One time, gotta flex one time, do it on the grind for your ex one time, for the set one time, show them the best one time. I'm the one you heard about, come and meet God in the flesh. Never seen y'all as a threat, kill a few songs and I'm on to the next. They be online trying to talk you to death. I don't stay long, shit, I'm gone to the check. Ground like I'm supposed to, niggas think life is a sofa. Ain't no change, just sitting on your ass. Go make something different for your ass. While it flip like acrobatic, this ain't clothing, this a casket, Kiwi fabric. We make magic, you know David Blaine. We stay at it, you gon' stay the same. On the ground throwing shade at the picture. Yeah, that's a fan, that's a fake ass nigga. All of that hate, you can take that with ya. Pour up a drink once you make that swisher. Roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Girl, give me that. Wait, roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Yeah, girl, give me that. Wait. Thick in that dress one time. Take a look back and reflect one time. Maybe we should rest one time. You know we can never have sex one time. I only got a text one time. I'm ready for the flight and the layover. You know we can stay friends and we stay sober. Get a couple shots in, then it's game over. Let me come taste it again. Time never wastes and we waste it again. Never need breaks on the maintenance, man. Let her dictate when she take dick down. I know what you told your friends. Got something on your chest, don't hold it in. If you wanna get blessed, we can go again. I beat it up last time, come get your revenge. Roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Girl, give me that. Wait, roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Yeah. John Blue bass, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. Kiwi, 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 yeah. Watch me finesse one time. Got him all full court press one time. Fly on that jet one time. Put a little smoke in your chest one time. Gotta flex one time. Do it on the grind for your ex one time. For the set one time. Show him the best one time. I'm the one you heard about. Come and meet God in the flesh. Never seen y'all as a threat. Kill a few songs and I'm on to the next. They be online trying to talk you to death. I don't stay long, shit, I'm gone to the check. Ground like I'm supposed to. Niggas think life is a sofa. Ain't no change, just sitting on your ass. Go make something different for your ass. While it flip like acrobatic. This ain't clothing, this a casket. Kiwi fabric. We make magic, you know David Blaine. We stay at it, you gon' stay the same. On the ground throwing shade at the picture. Yeah, that's a fan, that's a fake ass nigga. All of that hate, you can take that with ya. Pour up a drink once you make that swisher. Roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Girl, give me that. Wait, roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Yeah, girl, give me that. Wait. Thick in that dress one time. Take a look back and reflect one time. Baby, we should rest one time. You know we can never have sex one time. I only got a text one time. I'm ready for the flight and the layover. You know we can stay friends when we stay sober. Get a couple shots in, then it's game over. Let me come taste it again. Time never wastes and we waste it again. Never need breaks on the maintenance, man. Let her dictate when she take dick down. I know what you told your friends. Got something on your chest, don't hold it in. If you wanna get blessed, we can go again. I beat it up last time, come get your revenge. Roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Girl, give me that. Wait, roll up some more kiwi. 2 in the zone when I'm on kiwi. Save up the dough, honey, more kiwi. Can't let her go cause she's so kiwi. Whip looking like kiwi. Drip on them like kiwi. Sip on her like kiwi. Girl, give me that. Yeah, girl, give me that. Wait.
Good morning. That was Kiwi from Mike Even out of Baltimore. Salute to my homie J58 for putting me onto that track. If you don't watch Kick in the Door, you sleeping. Nothing but new music on there. Salute to Mr. Jones in the check-in. This is the morning rant, the second brunch. Might be the final brunch of the season, you know what I mean? Because this season is ending. And with that being said, let me bring on my co-host for the day. What's good, homies? I got Steph, Schoolboy, and Miss Ravioli. And actually, we got Chris Crook in the building as well. Chris Crook, what's good, brother?
Y'all, top of the morning, gang.
Top of the morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to take it light. We're going to start light, you know what I'm saying? I'm on that Kiwi, like the song. The song was so nice, I played it twice.
Hey, was I the only one to realize this nigga dapped himself up? Like,
Ooh.
The video?
there was a nigga that looked like him, and then he went and dapped himself up. I was like, damn, that's the same nigga.
Oh, in the video, right? Yeah. Well, one of them was sitting at the table, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga a twin, or was I tripping? Doppelganger out here in the
Nigga said that. He's from Earth 616.
Just look at this. Let me see. I think it was earlier. Nah, I think it's just someone who looked like him. I don't know if it was supposed to be him. It wasn't him. It was someone who looked like him. I think that that's supposed to be like because the concept of the video is he get high as shit and he just end up daydreaming about, fucking with shorty.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, no, that wasn't him. Nah, nigga just looked like him. You know, all light-skinned niggas look alike.
Especially when they throw that beard on.
Oh, that dude. No, that's definitely him.
That's not him.
That's definitely him.
That nigga
Wait, can I get a rewind, L?
Yeah, that's definitely him.
That nigga's mad ignorant, yo.
That's definitely him. I don't care what nobody says. No, that's the same person. That is definitely the same person.
Miss
It
Ravi.
definitely looks like the same person.
Stephanie Murrow, what's good, brother? How you doing? Good morning. So, yeah, we just taking it slow. You know what I mean? Whatever you celebrate, it is the holiday season. You feel me? You celebrate New Year's, Kwanzaa, Christmas, one of them things. You know what I mean? So,
Yo, shout
Celebrate
out.
being alive.
yeah, every day we
Fact.
holiday. That's a fact.
Yo.
What?
I just got to share this because I just realized that it happened. You ever open up like an investment account and be like, I'm just gonna forget about that shit till later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, my Bitcoin account is up 500% in the last 3 months.
Ooh.
So I hope.
But how much did you put in there? 50 cents?
Let's not talk about that. But I hope. Nigga, I'm not snitching on myself. But listen, I hope that y'all put some money in Bitcoin the last 3 months. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm about to do it again.
Schoolboy, I've known you for 3 months now. You
Okay.
didn't drop that jewel on us. So just
Wow, he
Man,
waited
you
till
know
he
what?
saw
Honestly,
progress.
honestly, I didn't know that it was gonna do that. I had no clue. I really was like, I'm pulling everything out of everywhere, but I'm just gonna leave this Bitcoin in, and that's
Yo,
what.
it looks like Bitcoin is going to continue to do that. I was looking into buying shares in Bitcoin last night. One whole share is $26,000 and change.
Yo, if it goes up, but here's the thing: you can buy it in $1 increments. You can put $1 on that shit and buy $1 of Bitcoin, and still
Oh,
keep
so
the
yeah,
same returns.
I didn't know that.
shit. So even if you put 50 cent on it, nigga, you still made out like a bandit.
Not really. Not really. If it's just that.
It's like betting 50 cent. And
But
you know
long,
what I'm saying?
but long story short, let's say I had $6 in this account, and I have like $36 in there now, out of nowhere. Like that was money I wasn't expecting.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's
But
going to continue doing that, though. I've never seen Bitcoin drop.
Yeah, it's dropped. You wouldn't watch that joint if you ain't see it. It dropped right when the pandemic happened. It went from 10,000 to 3. You know what I mean? But that would have been the time to get in, and that's when I played myself. I could have brought a whole coin at that moment, and that shit would have been at 27 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to bring a show on the channel eventually with my homeboy who been telling me to get it since day one. Well, not since day one, but since I met him. And I got another homie who's been telling me for a while too, but I don't know. I think I slept on it. You know what I'm saying? I say that. I did sleep on it.
But you know a good way to just go ahead and get yourself invested without too much fanfare. Just go ahead and do it like a regular $5 payment every week.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But yo, schoolboy. But for real, if you don't put no real bread in there, you're not gonna see no real returns. It's just gonna be a little bit more bread. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah, I get it. I just wanted to see, because you know how sometimes you want to test the market with shit like that. And honestly, I really didn't expect that to do nothing, because I had been taking losses for so long. I was just like, this is really just what do you call it? A Hail Mary. But here we go. Let me throw this out here and see what happens.
Kelso said Bitcoin drops often. Rumor is hitting 30 soon.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely on the way to 30.
See it hit 30. And he said Bitcoin ATM in all the hoods. That's a fact. HB2A and Grand Rising. Salute to you, HB2A. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. And Kelso, yeah, so let us know, Kelso. You got any Bitcoin, brother? You got any Bitcoin? Let us know. Yo, salute, J58. What's good, brother?
5, what's poppin'?
J5 on the pull-ups. What's happening?
All right. Well, yeah, I slept on that shit.
Fellas, how y'all doing, man?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the thought of digital currency. You know what I mean? Like, what backs it up?
No, the same thing that backs up the American dollar. Nothing. Yeah.
No, actually, the American dollar is backed up by the military.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? So when the military take losses, right, they don't promote that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when they lose 3 or 4 soldiers, the stock market don't move no damn where.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's only backed by it because we'll be like, look, y'all gonna take these cans of Coca-Cola and we gonna start bombing shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what is happening. No.
Right.
But that being said, we more based on oil. You know what I'm saying? We make people take our oil, and if they don't take our oil, we make them take our dollar. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we are with us. But Bitcoin doesn't respect nobody's military. It really don't respect nobody's economic situation. It only respects the transactions that happen in Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And I've seen some people get hacked in that space, but most people don't. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people making money here. So
I don't know, man. This is why I hold that grudge against Obama, though, man. He killed off Gaddafi when Gaddafi was about to make the African dollar the most powerful dollar in the world, backed by real, wholesome African natural resources. That would have been a problem to the infrastructure.
Actually, didn't Casey say that lady had something to do with it, Logic?
Susan Rice. Yes. Susan Rice.
She had something to do with the assassination of Muammar Gaddafi?
Yes.
According to what Casey was saying.
She was Obama's foreign policy advisor.
But he could have always said, nah, chill, sis.
He could have, but it was both him. It was both her Hillary Clinton. Both of them were wanting to go to war in Libya, and that's why it happened. And what is the one thing that Obama says is his biggest regret in this whole 8 years of presidency? It was invading Libya. It was a no-fly zone over Libya. It was that.
I never heard him express those sentiments before, but that's good to know.
When he say that, I'm trying to hear.
Yeah, because I never heard him say that.
He said that in the last 2 years, I want to say. I'm going to look it up.
Send me a video. I'm going to go to the comments. Kelso said, check out XRP. So XRP is still low, but I believe XRP is the currency that's, because they all supposed to have a utility, like a need, a use, or some shit like that. So I think XRP is how they transfer funds faster than how you would do it, like a Western Union or a bank transfer or whatever. XRP, that's supposed to be the utility of that coin. So Kelso says, I have small amounts of Bitcoin. I use it to invest in XRP. That's smart. It's a coin called Ripple. Yeah, exactly. Ripple is also XRP. So check that out, y'all. Kelso says, I brought Ripple at 30 cents and now it's 57 cents. MoneyGram is going to use it to send digital currency.
Is it available to buy into on Cash App? That's what I'm about to look into.
I'm not sure.
That's where I do my stocks and shit on Cash App.
I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, you could just make a Bitcoin. Like you said, just use that Bitcoin to buy XRP on another app. But Kelso also says, and Bitcoin's controlled by government. You're nuts if you think otherwise. Yeah, it's definitely, if it wasn't before, it is now. Schoolboy, that's the other thing I was gonna say. I hope you got your everything saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you got your shit saved.
Well, I'm using Robinhood to trade Bitcoin.
You gotta save the actual, you gotta get a wallet for that shit, bro.
Not with this one, but I feel you.
Yeah, HB20, Obama had to get that nigga the fuck out of here. And Kelso also says Bitcoin wallets of a certain amount get ripped off to the IRS. Interesting. Drug dealers and scammers get their Bitcoin wallets seized by the government in court all the time. HB2 says, what's funny is my mom's is best friends with one of Gaddafi's concubines. He used to fly her out. Interesting. Damn. Your mom seemed
his mom's is connected.
Your mom seemed real interesting, man. That's the second time she came up. You know what I mean? She used to work housing where I don't know. She one of the connected. Yeah, man. I bet you had an interesting childhood, man. Real talk, man. She seemed like she was well networked. Anyway, anything else y'all want to say on that before we get to something else?
Yeah, man. Fuck Obama for that.
All right, man. I'm taking it slow. I was smoking for the first time in a minute.
Yes.
Couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So taking it slow, y'all. We definitely relaxed this show. Kelso says America shed too much blood to let the American dollar to fall to crypto, so they've infiltrated.
Are you talking about slave blood? Because like American government, I don't recall them shedding no blood. Like, I mean, if we talk about individual military soldiers getting loss of life, cool. But like for the most part, for the last 236 years, America's been at constant war, winning them shits, except Vietnam. Every other war we step into, we winning it. Like,
I mean, we ain't shed blood to win. Niggas, they send niggas over there to die. I mean, salute to all the soldiers that made it back, though.
Facts. And shout out to the ones who didn't, man.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's a fact. So with that being said, we want to talk about this NASA shit. I said NASA. Nashville.
Oh, I thought we was gonna get into some space age shit. That's my shit.
It's a galactic pimping.
Nah, we're gonna
galactic pimping.
We're gonna get into that also, you know what I mean? But we just gonna go to Nashville first. You feel me? And with that being said, they know who they're looking for apparently, but Miss Ravioli has doubts. She put me onto some conspiracy theory websites, and we was looking at them earlier. We just gonna play.
Ravioli don't waste no time.
I love it.
So we just gonna go ahead and play this first video that details the situation from this.
He looked like he did it.
This independent truth.
That's not him.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry, y'all.
I feel you, bro. Keep that same energy.
So we're gonna see what this truth seeker is telling us, and then we're gonna play the news after.
Anthony Quinn Warren. Google Maps. Basically, Anthony Quinn Warren, 63, of 115 Bakertown Road, Nashville, owns a security company, a security alarm company. It has the exact same make and model of the RV that was used in the bombing in Nashville. Go to Google Maps, look up 115 Bakertown Road. You can clearly see the RV. And if you look through business records in the county of Nashville, you see who owns the business at that address. It just completely matches. I mean, I thought it would be an older man. I thought it would be someone who has an engineering or an electrical background, maybe employed in that industry of some type. Everything's adding up. The FBI knows about this. This is probably who the suspect is. I'm breaking it right here. This is Derek Cast Live. The channel's DC Rockefeller. Please subscribe now if you believe.
Subscribe now if you believe. I like that. I might have to take from that, man. Subscribe now if you believe. So before we get into your mics is on Teddy Riley. I could take them off. Before we get into that, we just gotta acknowledge Kelso's comments. Do y'all believe this dude? Or is his glasses determined giving this dude? I don't know.
I believe he believes what he's saying.
No, I think that's the way that the police found out who it was. On the news, I've been seeing they found him because of Google Maps, and I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck they find this guy on Google Maps? But then I started to think, oh yeah, okay, well, if they did like everybody in the city who has this type of RV and looked at his damn house and seen the RV outside in Google Maps, and they found him. We'll see though.
All right, so here's the news clip. Here's the news clip. Salute to everybody that's just joined the room. Right now, we're just doing a update on what's going on with this whole
on the Civil War report. Goddamn, that's what's going on.
That's we gotta definitely charge it to the Civil War report off top. But I think the more we get into it, you know what I mean, it might be deeper than that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Kelso agrees with you. He says domestic terror attacks get swept under the rug here so often. Laugh out loud. And he says they're going to get a nigga in county to take him out himself and tell the world he did it. That's fucked up. But I'm hoping that's not what happens. I hope they don't find a way to trace this back to no black person at all. But we're going to go over what the news said, you know what I mean, real quick. It's a 5-minute little clip, so we're going to see what they're talking about. I think Ms. Ravio and I found this one and said it was pretty much the most updated news clip out there. All right, so
increased patrols around AT&T facilities. This because the Christmas morning bombing in Nashville happened outside of one of the company's buildings. Now, still at this point, investigators don't know if AT&T was the target of that bomb that was planted inside an RV.
The FBI has been searching a property in a suburb of Nashville and trying to determine whether human remains found after the explosion belonged to a person who lived there. A Google Maps Street View image from May of 2019 of that address shows an RV in a fenced-in section of the yard. The RV appears similar to the one used in the blast.
And meanwhile, other investigators are working with behavioral analysts to help them understand what prompted someone to commit the intentional act of blowing up the RV after warning people to stay away. ABC's Marcus Moore is on the scene in Nashville and joins us now with more. Marcus, good morning.
Janae, good morning.
Exactly,
this is
Kelso.
A massive crime scene, and investigators have been searching for evidence on the ground as well as the rooftops here in downtown Nashville. And law enforcement sources also tell us that blast residue has been sent off. Samples of it have been sent off to be analyzed to try to figure out what chemicals may have been used in the explosive. This morning, federal agents are trying to put together more pieces of what they describe as a giant jigsaw puzzle. 48 hours after a vehicle rigged with explosives left part of downtown Nashville in ruins, police are on the hunt for a suspect and a motive, tracking the movements of that RV seen hours before the blast.
Those of us been in the military of a war zone.
A focal point of the investigation drew agents to at least 2 different locations in suburban Nashville. In this video obtained exclusively by ABC News, agents can be seen carrying out bags of evidence. We were there nearby when more officers in tactical gear surrounded a home associated with 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner. Authorities are working to determine if he was blown up in the explosion. A Google Maps image of the home from May 2019 shows what appears to be a similar RV used in the explosion parked right outside. This neighbor says she knew it well.
The RV's been there for a while. It doesn't really move. It just stays there. So this was something that just looked suspicious, that it wasn't there anymore.
ABC News has learned through court records that Anthony Quinn Warner, who once owned and lived at the home being searched, recently transferred the deed to a woman in California. What connection that may have to the explosion is under investigation.
We're just going to take us some.
Schoolboy, what's the connection between him and Shorty in California?
That is his sugar baby. Yes, that's who that is.
That's what they say.
His concubine.
The connection.
That's his daughter. She don't know that's her daddy.
I wasn't his daughter. He was giving her that.
She done got flued out. She done got flued out a few times.
Found at the scene. It was just before 6:30 Christmas morning when police responding to a shots fired call in the area said this RV was broadcasting an announcement warning of an imminent explosion.
All right, so hold on. This RV, Miss Ravioli don't believe is the same RV that they
It's
found.
not.
So she maybe watches conspiracy theory dude who doesn't believe is the same RV. So maybe I'm gonna pull up a picture of the comparison and we can maybe talk about that in a second. But she thinks they setting this dude up. His name is Anthony Quinn Warner.
Why would they be setting up the white man? Why didn't they just set up his neighbor whose name was Malabalaba Rajaj or whatever?
Rajab.
Yeah, because obviously she's with Al Qaeda and them. So why didn't they get her?
Imminent explosion. Police are still reviewing this surveillance video. 6 heroic police officers rushed to evacuate the area before the RV blew up. The Rasmussen family making it out of their home just in time.
When I said that we had kids,
Just making it out of their Rasmussen blew up.
I just want to point out the heroes of the story were 3 white men, a black dude, 2 women, 2 white women. One of the white women are lesbian. All right, I just want to point that out. You feel me?
Yeah, the dude looked like Schoolboy.
Yo, hold on. How come everybody has to look like me today? That shit ain't funny, bro.
I just wanted to point that out. Like it just because I watched the clip of them, celebrating them and everybody telling their story. You know what I mean? I watched the clip of everybody telling their story and shit, and it just looks like the perfect American liberal hero story of the day. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Feel me? Lesbian, white woman, 3 white males, 1 black dude. I want to throw that out there.
Police officers rushed to evacuate the area before the RV blew up. The Rasmussen family making it out of their home just in time.
when I said that we had kids, the female officer, just her eyes said, please, yes, you have kids. Please get your kids. Get your kids right now and get out.
As we're driving away, this massive explosion. I mean, it's this huge. I mean, I was looking forward driving and I hear the sound and the whole car shifts.
Seeing your house explode is scary, but we weren't in that building. I'm looking back at my 2 sweet kids in their pajamas and their matching pajamas, Christmas pajamas. Yeah, I was like, we have everything we need.
So many people thankful to be safe with their families after all of this. As we look at the days ahead, this explosion happened just outside an AT&T transmission building. And because of that, and also investigators right now can't rule out that that was the intended target. The
like a Ninja Turtle, though.
Agencies across the country asking them to raise their patrol levels at similar facilities in this country. Janae.
And Marcus, hearing that mom saying all she needed was her kids and they got out safely. So glad they did. Marcus, thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA.
Hey, Kelso called him CeeLo Green, cuz. All right, man. So that's pretty much it. The only thing I'm not showing y'all is the long 20-minute clip of the officers basically telling their stories. You know what I mean? But I watched it, so I'm a little informed on it. Y'all can take your mics off of mute at this point. JJ.
Hey, I just want to say one last thing. You know the light skinned dude that dapped up the dude in the music video. That kind of light Steph too. All right, I'm done.
All right. But yeah. So that was basically the story. That is what it is. So and JJ says he do look like an in shape schoolboy. Kelso says black cop, aka Get Out, cuz. And let me see. Kelso says if the FBI is on somebody's trail about something that's serious, they're not going to be on TV giving out all the leads that potentially blown the investigation. So let's start there. Mr. Ravioli, you really think they're setting this man up? That I'm hoping is a white man.
Yep, and they blocked the tax assessor's website. The address doesn't come up, neither one of his properties, and I'm sure that lady's name is now gone off
What lady are you referring to? What lady are you referring to? Talk about
the lady that he's transferred the property to.
okay. And Schoolboy, you still convinced that this is a Civil War report?
Yeah, I'm convinced of it. Yeah, because in the Civil War report, we have to look at the different combatants on the battlefield. We've got the white supremacists. We've got just the regular black people who some of them might be civilians, but they just don't realize that they're under attack. And then you have the you know, the people who actually like love America and want to protect America. And then finally you have people who are just like, man, fuck the government. Like, I don't care who running this shit. I'm not fucking with it. And that don't have no color. It's just some people just don't like the government like that. So it seems like this guy might have been one of those people.
All right. Steph, thoughts?
Thoughts on which part? The explosion or the conspiracy?
Let's go with the conspiracy. Yeah, good.
No, okay. So Miss Ravioli brought up the concubine that he had, and
alleged concubine. We don't really know if he was giving her that. Like she said, it could be his daughter. It could be anything. Could just be somebody.
Sunshine.
I think
on a cloudy day.
Yeah, I think they were fucking, but but we don't know is what I'm saying. But go ahead.
No, again, I don't think this is a frame job. You know what I'm saying? And like in the comments, Kelso brought up they gonna blame a nigga for it. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna believe a nigga blew up no buildings. They just not. So I think this guy is. I think they're on the right path. And y'all believe that the gentleman used Google Maps to find the actual RV, correct, Ms. Ravioli?
You can find it on you can find it. So there's a guy, another truth seeker or conspiracy theorist, however you want to put it, out there right here. This is his blog that or news report that Ms. Ravioli put me on to, and in that you can see that he's saying it's not the same RV. One has two stripes, one has one. Then there's supposed to be like a little black spot next to the window or something black there. That's not there anymore. But this is a Google Maps image from like a year ago, a little over a year ago.
And that.
What's your man name? I guess we gotta give him a plug if we're gonna. This is coming to us from what's this? Agenda Free TV. But
His name is Steve Lookner.
Yeah. But everything else is the same outside of the couple things he pointed out. But Ms. Ravioli is convinced it's not the same trailer. She thinks they're setting dude up. So yes, to answer your question.
Oh, it's definitely the same make and model.
No, but it's not the same RV.
I mean that's one thing, but it's definitely the same make and model.
It's the same RV, Ms. Ravioli. All they did was paint over one of the strips before he fucking committed a crime. Maybe he thought that was part of his genius plan. I don't know. Well, go ahead.
Nah. I think I see the two strips that you're saying are not there, but I see them.
All right, hold on.
No, you can't see it from.
Right
it's
here.
not in the front. It's on the side.
It's on the side, right? See.
Okay.
Two strips, Google Maps joint.
So how do we even know that that's the same type of RV from that picture? I don't think we can make that.
It's the same. It say the same make on it, the same logo and all that shit on the side and the front, all that.
No, we don't know.
Yo,
They said similar. The other news reporter said similar.
the other news
It's similar.
reporter did say similar.
Okay, what's the other
That's it.
types?
They
There's only
don't.
so many RVs.
That's the only thing they got on it. The stripes. Stripes.
No, that
But
little square on the side. It's the one that's parked, and it's not on the one that's
Do
in
you
the
have a
street.
napkin covering your light switch?
Yes.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Why?
Because I don't want the light switch to show.
You don't want it to what?
Show.
This sit in front of it.
And sit in front of it.
Just move to the side a little bit. Then that should look like a. Now I see. I can't unsee it.
I know. I don't know why Steph said it.
Steph, you're an asshole. yo, Steph been on 100 all day. As soon as we got on, he was on this bullshit. Early.
So now I need to take it off because he done brought it to everybody's attention. Thanks, Steph.
Oh man. That man put us on the full screen. He's talking shit. That's what's happening.
He also said he had an RV in the projects. Is that a napkin covering the light switch? That make me go, Yo, man. I don't know. All right, so I guess that was Steph's turn. That was his turn. That was what he had to say.
Well, at least it's not 2-ply toilet paper, and it's actually a towel.
It is. It's Viva.
That shit look like a tampon or like one of the maxi pads on the wall or some shit.
I hate this.
Oh my God.
You're an asshole for that shit, boy. I would have never saw that if you would have said nothing.
Yo, anyway, I want to go to what Kelso said earlier. This is what I believe. Oh, hold on, shit, my fault. Crook, my fault. My bad, G.
You wait till he eat and put food in his mouth. Yo, this brunch is ghetto. I just want everybody to know that shit is ghetto as hell. niggas eating oxtails and shit.
Oh, well, JJ said, very observant. Damn, everybody needs a friend like Steph. He don't. Yo, he brought that shit up. JJ says, very observant, Steph. Damn. Oh, yeah, I read that already. I told you I'm fucked up. Kelso said, fuck that. Make her explain that paper towel, B. HP2 said, yo, Miss Ravioli not going to tell us why she really did that. I'm gonna say it was coronavirus.
I just told you I didn't want it to be a distraction. The light switch, but I guess the paper towel was distracting Steph.
Hey, listen, ain't nobody ever said, "Oh, is that a light switch in your background?" Because we know it's a light switch.
Well, it was distracting me.
Okay.
And now I'm frozen.
Oh man. All right, yeah, bugging. Yo, Kelso says, I have a theory that we hold on, not that one. Kelso says, wasn't it in front of an AT&T building? I'm jacking that it was an anti-5G weirdo. I mean, to me, that seemed obvious. That's why I'm surprised none of y'all said that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised the news ain't said. Like, I mean, maybe they I mean, I can't even say that they worried about getting the information out there because they already put this nigga name out there. You feel me?
I didn't know that it was in front of the AT&T building. That piece of information slipped by me.
Yes, yo, schoolboy, you want to change your vote?
No. They did say that change my vote from what anti government to anti 5G. I really hope and pray. That this is not all about anti 5G and that some of it is about just the government itself. All right, that's what I really, really hope. I hope that this guy didn't say, you know what, let me level a few city blocks because of 5G radiation.
Yo,
I just think that that's going too far, man. I just think I really hope in my heart that, like, I want it. It's a few things that I want. I really want this to be a white man. I really want that to be.
Stop right there. I hope and pray with you that is a white man too.
Yeah.
Hey, that is that because they didn't show his face. So everything makes it look like it's a white guy. They didn't show the face. They just put his name up there. They didn't mention his race. They obviously know who this nigga is. You feel me? And there was a part of the story where they was talking about the shit came through the car, whatever, the RV, and the RV came through playing music before the explosion. They don't talk about what music it is. So I'm like, yeah, because if it was us, and you know what I mean, we had some militant gangster rap or some crazy shit playing, they would have said that. You know what I'm
Well, the
saying?
police coming straight from the underground.
Yeah. This nigga has Steely Dan playing.
Right.
That's what happened.
But I really
the weird shit.
I really well, go ahead, and I gotta let Schoolboy finish. I interrupted him. So that's the first thing we hope. I agree with you there. What was the second?
Yeah. I hope that the woman who he deeded the properties to is a black woman, and they can't get the shit from her, and she sells it, to help black people out. That's what I really hope. And yeah, man, I think I'm done on all the things that I hope.
Man, you bugging, man. She can't be black neither. If she's black, this still comes back to us.
Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Hey, listen, she doesn't really know him like that. You know what I'm saying? That was just a friend of hers that she knew, and immediately when she found out that the shit was deeded to her, she sold it immediately to a real estate company, got her money, and got the fuck on. And now they're embroiled in the bullshit, and she kind of goes off into obscurity.
Nah, bro, I can't get with that, man.
Why not? Listen.
I don't want nobody black to be associated with that shit at all. I don't want the nigga who sold the nigga the RV to be black. Okay, baby. I don't want the nigga who at the gas station when he drove to that motherfucker to be black. I don't want Shorty they left the property to be. I don't want his friend to be black. I don't want there to be a black person on his Facebook friend list. I don't want us to have no source of relation with this shit. But HB2N says y'all still don't get how the news work. If they don't say the race, it's a Negro. I thought it was the opposite. Am I bugging?
No, it's the other way around.
It's the opposite.
Wait, if they do say the race, it's a Negro?
Yes.
If
they always say black, a African American California man was seen outside of a shopping center shooting whatever.
Yo, shout out to the Moscow Mule. I bought it at the gas station out here in Virginia. Moscow Mule. This shit has vodka in it. And I bought it at the gas station like it was nothing.
Yo, anyway, JJ says there is an article in the Daily Mail saying it's possibly that he was paranoid about 5G spying on Americans.
Bro, are you fucking serious?
If this was about 5G,
bruh, the world is over. It's over.
If this was about 5G, bro, you think exploding shit ain't more dangerous than 5G, my nigga? You leveled city blocks. What's more dangerous than that?
5G.
5G ain't doing that.
Yes, it is.
Wait,
leveling blocks.
It's wiping out people. 5G is wiping out people.
Mr. Ravioli, you're not serious, right?
Yeah, she's serious.
Oh, serious.
See, Miss Ravioli, you're an abuser. And I knew that when I seen the napkin over the light switch. Because someone in your house could not sleep with the lights on, so you made sure that light switch was covered, so they couldn't turn it off. You're an abuser.
That is
oh
absolute.
Shit!
How did you even see that? Why were you paying attention to that?
I'm dead. So fucking Rasta pasta too spicy, making my nose run. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, you got some oxtails over there too?
I had Rasta pasta and jerk chicken.
Oh, jerk
from Footprints. Okay. Footprints is like a staple Jamaican restaurant out here in Brooklyn.
It was not that funny.
What is Rasta pasta?
Rasta, it's basically penne noodles with spicy ass Alfredo sauce.
Like a jerk Alfredo sauce. Almost.
Yeah, exactly what it is. A jerk Alfredo. Pause.
Kelso says they may not be showing his face because they don't know who it is, and they finding a fall guy to give to the media. And the Asian man who built iPhones under harsh conditions in Chinese factories.
What? How those two things go together?
It's an.
He said it's an Asian man. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I know it ain't no black man. They just said it immediately.
I hope
Would
so.
have gave you his background.
You're bad.
The Rose Show says, salute to the Rose Show for the donation. I know it's the brunch show, but Crook is going in on that food. Yeah, it was. And, I'm next. My food just arrived. JJ.
All right.
Anthony Quinn Warner is the person of interest, and the woman is 29. It's a 29-year-old white woman. Thank God.
Stepping off for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh man.
What's her name, JJ?
What's her name, JJ? If you know.
If it was a black woman, the story would be a lot more interesting.
Oh, y'all niggas wild. Kelso says niggas don't understand tax code, but telling us about the danger of 5G. As if because the nigga, exactly. What the fuck was he doing transferring that property to her, like, and then going to commit a terrorist act? Kelso says you're an abuser is crazy. JJ says 63-year-old white man. Right. HB21 says they never want to promote black men doing terrorist acts because it could be cause of a revolution. I mean, we have to go back to history when they were demonizing us. You know what I'm saying, for having organizations that were about black power and black empowerment, because they got away with a whole lot. You know what I mean, demonizing our people that were about revolution. Kelso says good pause. HB2 says jerk Alfredo. Mills Lane says good morning to the Rant Center. Salute Mills Lane. And Mr. Jones says I'm with Miss Ravioli. 5G is killing people. They hide it behind COVID bullshit. So
exactly.
I was wishing more people would be here for this conversation, but that's what I wanted to get at, really. I wanted to talk about how this story is definitely going to be a cause for a lot of conspiracy conversations. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Ravioli, you want to explain yours, the one you think?
About the 5G?
Yeah, don't get us flagged, but allegedly, what do you think is happening?
It could possibly be that whatever frequencies, waves, yada yada, that are going out with the 5G being activated allegedly could allegedly cause people to get ill. It could allegedly weaken immune systems, which could allegedly lead to health problems, up to and including death.
That guy who made that news clip that you had me watch, is that what he believes too? Does he ever report on that?
No, and if you talk about it on his channel, he will hide you.
All right, he's smart there.
He doesn't do conspiracy. He doesn't do conspiracies.
Oh yes,
He's supported by the people.
All right. It's safe to say the motherfucker was concerned about 5G. Schoolboy, what say you now, man?
Like I said before, I think that because he has leveled a lot of city blocks in a major city in America based on a 5G conspiracy theory in which it's going to happen. 5G is on its way. Little shit like this is not going to stop them building these 5G towers. All right? They've already overinvested billions of dollars into these new phones to do this new they're not about to stop it because you niggas don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or because the white man with the RV don't like it. He blew himself up. They're gonna repair those buildings and build another 5G tower tomorrow. All right? Like, it just is what it is. So, long story short, we're gonna use the 5G technology, and the folks that's out here have these weird ideas about 5G. Have your weird ideas about 5G. Leave the bombs at home. All right?
Well said. But so we can't. It's not part of the Civil War report no more, is it?
Yeah, it is. It is only because the government regulates 5G, and they're the ones who made it possible for it to happen. So when motherfuckers like, oh yeah, excuse my language, but if somebody says, you know, I'm against 5G, they're upset with the government for allowing it.
All right.
But here's the thing, schoolboy. I feel like you one of them state troopers, and you pick up a case and it's out your jurisdiction. Now you want to be angry with the cops. I think like this is out of the Civil War report's jurisdiction. I think it just slightly steps out.
How so though?
Kelso says schoolboy is smoking K2.
What is K2?
Like synthetic marijuana, I believe, right?
Yeah. What is that? Like who the fuck? How do you find synthetic marijuana?
They were selling it at the stores, I believe, right?
Okay,
Right, Logic?
well, yeah, I wouldn't know. You know, maybe y'all do that in Florida, but I wouldn't know.
Anyway.
Hey, listen. You bring your ass to Florida. I bet you ain't coming. I bet you don't go back to wherever you from.
No, I lived in Florida. I lived in Florida for remember I used to be a lifeguard for Disney World. I used to live in Orlando.
Oh, you had a simp job.
Whatever, man. It was a nice job.
All right, JJ says it says she recently lived in Los Angeles and didn't know anything about the house being transferred to her or why. I'm just happy she's white. All right.
But what is her name?
He said Michelle. He said Michelle Swing. Michelle Swing.
Michelle Swing.
Yeah, so I guess you can look that up if you want. But I feel like the last thing I wanted to say that's going to make this basically a whole new conspiracy thing is this, right? I watched the clip of the police who were there, and I'll put it up on the screen really quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to like play the whole thing because it's pretty long. We don't have too much longer left. I know Steph has to go soon, and we started hella late. You know what I'm saying? But let me just show you these officers who are telling their stories about being within feet of the blast. You know what I mean? The saving people. You know what I mean? Around the blast, etc. These are the hero cops, and I believe their stories. Let me just say that. But if you look at all of their faces, they talk about being next to the blast and losing sight. I mean, losing hearing in one ear and all types of shit.
Yo, go back to.
Which
hold
one?
on, go back to the black guy. Go back to the black guy. Yo, the black guy looks like the fucking newscaster. He's a goddamn crisis actor. Everybody, calm down.
So it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that because I said they both look like you, and you got offended.
I wasn't offended. I just don't think we all look alike. But those two definitely look alike.
Okay.
Everybody here immediately, and just by the tone in his voice, you know, we knew it was serious. And you know, he said it was a possible bomb situation, and that Sergeant Miller was aware.
They also talk about.
I was sitting right next to Officer Toppin, so we got over there as quick as we could, not knowing that the RV was the vehicle in question at the time. We actually pulled right in front of it. So you know, this is right across the street. We pulled up. And then when we heard the announcement, Toppin was like, "Is that the vehicle in question?" And Llewellyn.
So they were that basically this part of what I was saying. They all were like right near the vehicle or near the explosion. Obviously, the explosion hit up like plenty of buildings in the area. So what I'm sure the conspiracy theory going to say, like for one, like I just said, this guy looks like they're going to say that he looks like the newscaster. Kelso says they from the same African tribe. Paid actor conspiracy unlocked. Right. And then also, if you pay attention, Ms. Ravioli, JJ sent the link. Somebody grab that and send it to me, whoever's on the computer. But they also going to say that these guys look unscathed. This is every last one of them. You don't see not a Band-Aid on their eyebrows, a cut under their face or their chin, none of that shit. You don't see a red mark on none of these white people. You don't see shit. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they're going to tear that apart. What do you think about that, Ms. Ravioli? Does that make you suspicious when you look at all the officers who are right there and nobody has not one Band-Aid on?
It does make me suspicious. But in addition to that, the guy did have the recording, or the van. I don't want to say the guy because I don't know if it was the guy or not. But the RV did have the recording saying to evacuate. I'm interested in seeing the 3 people that were injured.
Who were the 3 people that were injured?
They haven't said who they are, but they said it was 3 people that were injured.
Well, these cops, if you listen to all their story, I don't know if I could pull it up like on the money, but
outside and try to move down the street. I went northbound towards the hotel up that way, and Officer Hosey, Sipos, and Wells continued south. On it continued to go back to the announcement for a little while. After it switched back, I did notice that there was a gentleman and his dog that came out of 217 2nd Avenue North. I noticed him. I went up to him to notify, hey, you need to get inside, notify anyone you can, and please evacuate. Shortly after that, the explosion went off. I got knocked to the ground.
All right, that's what I want to see. He said he got knocked to the ground. Y'all heard him, right?
Luckily,
He said he got knocked to the ground. He immediately got up. The other cops basically, like I know at least the black dude, he has a similar story. He said he was walking one direction, and God told him to turn around and go after somebody else. And then when God told him to turn around, then he kind of walked into some shit. And then all he saw was orange.
Wait, he said God told him to turn around?
Yeah, to check on his partner or something like that.
Okay.
But then after he turned around, he saw orange, and then he heard the sound. Then he lost hearing in one ear or something like that. He went up to his partner and started hugging her and told him to grab the guns. He's expecting a shootout and all this shit. So I believe it's real, but I just say that it's going to be a lot of people saying that shit is kind of fake. You know
the
what
whole
I mean?
thing is crazy because how do you warn people before you blow shit up? That shit right there is weird as fuck.
Well, if it's truly a 5G dude, he don't want to kill nobody. If it's a dude that was kind of worried about 5G, he don't want to kill nobody. He just want
to check out the AT&T building.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's worse, the dust and debris from the explosion. They look too clean. I believe this is a day later. I don't believe this. This is not the same day, was it?
No, it's a day or two later. But the point is, nobody has not one cut, bro. That does look. They're gonna jack that. The conspiracy theorists are gonna definitely jack that. I don't see not one cut on their face.
Was
I have
nobody?
a question.
There were no deaths. Nobody was hurt in the entire city,
except the buildings. Yes, the buildings
Was
were.
anything really leveled, or was it just the interior of the building?
Nah. I seen the whole side of a building collapse into the building. It looked like a bomb went off on that street. Like for real.
I sense that Steph on that Men in Black.
I am your host, Logic.
Tells us, get inside, notify anyone you can, and please evacuate. Yeah, that makes sense. and
Right. I was thinking about that. Get inside, notify everyone you can, and evacuate. That shit ain't make no sense.
I think this Mills Lady says Jussie Smollett acting school.
Juicy Smollett.
And great French actor.
And Kelso says officers responded to a suspicious vehicle call, but didn't know the make and model of the vehicle. It's a fucking RV, bro. So he's talking about when they actually pulled up in front of the RV, and it said, "Is that the RV behind us?"
I will say this. When I was doing insurance back in the day, like because you don't see RVs on a regular basis, even if somebody did give you the make and model of an RV, you'd be like, "What? The Skyliner Ocean Blue? I don't see that anywhere." You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yeah. So that could be some of the confusion. They're like, "Oh, let's just park in front of the RV." Is that where that sound's coming from? It sounds like they were really competent when they first got there. I'm glad they were able to evacuate almost everybody in like a 3-mile radius so that nobody was hurt by that shit.
I mean,
All right, bro.
somebody said 3 people got hit, 3 people got hurt. So I
They
don't
were
know.
injured.
They
So
were
what? Glass came in, but nobody. I don't know. Maybe it was just that it was in a really. I've never seen that street, and I haven't done the Google Maps review. So maybe that it was one of those things where, because this happened Christmas Day, so if it was inside of these shops, most of those shops are going to be closed. Ain't nobody in there.
I want to hear from the people who got injured though. Like, that's who I want to hear from. Because I did hear that was three injuries. 3 people got injured. I heard that.
Yo, John, check the link
Which one? The one in the group chat?
in the private chat. On the on this platform.
Oh, good looking. I was just looking for that shit. Good looking. Yo, mute your mic before you
Yep.
All right. 29 giving 2 free homes worth 490K or 409K. This shit is fucking up. I don't see no video to it. There's a bunch of ads popping up, but by Nashville bomber 63 says she had no idea he signed property over to her a month ago. As feds probe if he blew himself up at the AT&T building because he feared 5G spying. So this is coming from the Daily Mail. And they have a few bullet points, more than a few, and I'll just read them all. On Saturday, reports surfaced that local man Anthony Quinn Warner was the person of interest. We know that. 3 people were injured. We did say that. Cops have been called to the area a short time before the shootings, because of reports of shootings. However, when they arrived to the scene, they discovered the parked RV, a recording that claimed the vehicle would explode. So basically, it sounds like he probably called the cops on himself at the same time. So he was trying to, it sounds like the dude was trying to get people to fuck up out of there. What do you think, Schoolboy? Your mic's on Teddy Riley. Your shit's still muted, bro. Unmute your mic.
There we go. Yeah, I couldn't find my mouse for a second. Repeat the question for me one more time.
I was saying it sounded like he called the cops on himself because it was a fake report of somebody shooting and nobody was shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Very possible. I mean, if his whole point was to raise awareness about his whatever it is that he's raising awareness about, then he'd call the cops on himself. You know, have the cops real prepared. And then again, remember, this happened on Christmas Day. So everybody's really chilling. These cops was like, yeah, we're probably gonna have to like maybe pull somebody over who's driving drunk or some shit like that, but it ain't gonna be nothing too crazy. And then somebody's like, yo, there's somebody shooting over here, and a bomb's about to go off for 15 minutes, and you got 15 minutes to clear a whole city block. Good luck, you know.
Yo, Kelso says I'm jacking it's foreign-based terror attack, and they making the story up to keep our visible image. Happens all the time, or 5G weirdo. So that's the other thing. They say also that he transferred the property to this woman back in 2019, in January of 2019. So it sounds like she fronting, not knowing the property was belonged to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so the other thing about it is, it looks like a couple things about this situation are kind of strange. It looks like he gave this property over to her, right? In Tennessee, you don't have to tell somebody before you deed property over to them.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have deeded the property over to her. But another thing that's strange about this is that this is a woman going from Nashville, Tennessee to Los Angeles, California. What is it that she does that takes her from Nashville to Los Angeles? There's a huge difference of cost of living in those two places.
That's a fact. So,
and where she stays is like $2,900. I think it's like $2,900 a month on average. The gas loft somewhere in LA.
Yes.
And I do think it's interesting that, you know, she could play ignorant. Oh, I had no idea I had property in my name. Oh no, do I know him? No, no comment. Like, I feel like that's some shit only a white woman could get away with.
She's probably a stripper, bro.
Yo, Kelso, I don't know the answer to that. If anybody else knows, feel free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the answer is yes. In Tennessee, the answer is yes.
All right, well, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And Miss Ravioli thinks they're setting them up. I think it was a 5G weirdo. Schoolboy, what's your vote?
I'm gonna go with yeah, it's a 5G weirdo. And this also means that it's over, folks. This is the end.
No. So Steph, what's your vote? 5G, Crook, what's your vote?
5G widow, but either way, whatever his or her or they, whatever their intentions were, it's definitely someone with severe mental illness.
This is the thing, though.
Stop that.
This is the thing, and this is the scary shit, and this is the shit that I will agree on Steph about when he says, like, not Steph, Schoolboy. He's kind of like saying it's over. It's not over, but it is a scary thing to think about how much people are influenced by just random videos online. You know what I'm saying? So the whole 5G joint, we don't really have anybody who came out and said they got, I mean, have you seen it? Have you seen anybody officially come out and say they're sick from 5G? Has anybody seen that? Ms. Ravioli, have you seen it?
I've read articles where people have gotten sick.
Yeah, but you haven't seen these people make videos telling people, look at me, my nails are falling off, my hair's falling out. You know what I mean? I'm dying. I live next to this tower and shit like that, right?
No, but they are peer review articles.
Okay, interesting. But the only thing I've seen was people actually like bring the shit where they can test the radiation of it. My fault. Go ahead, Crook.
I've seen that. What you just spoke about, they showing the radiation levels, but all of us has been alive since cell phones became a thing, right? And I remember when beepers were phasing out and cell phones were becoming more popular. There was a famous theory that cell phones will cause brain cancer. So these types of theories been around since the invention of the cell phone. And that was proven to be untrue. And then when it went up to 2G, it was the same thing that we're seeing now. And then went up to 3G, the same conspiracies. Every time we go up higher in G's, the same conspiracies come out. Oh, it's dangerous. But like the brother L said, like, I'm not seeing it.
Cell phones do cause brain cancer. What are you talking about?
And we're gonna stop all this.
They do.
Right.
There's research. There's like a whole slew of people that are going before Congress. Doctors, actually, they do cause brain
All right,
cancer.
so I'm about to just talk about this. Cook, you said it's somebody with mental health issues.
Definitely,
bro. That's a cop out. That is a cop out. This person was well aware of what they did. They were a terrorist. All right, a capable terrorist. You put together a bomb. You knew to call ahead. You were tactful in your pursuit. You knew exactly what you were doing. This person not mentally ill.
You could be mentally ill and still functional. I know plenty of people like that.
Yeah, but
fully diagnosed and get up and go to work and do their job every day.
Hold on, black men don't get bailouts like that. When we snap on somebody, you snap on a woman, you put your hands on a woman. No one cares about you being mentally ill. No one cares.
That's true. But just because no one cares about it, don't mean it's not true.
Yeah, but we're not gonna give him no pass. Not for being.
I'm not giving him a pass. He's someone with a mental illness who's fully functional though.
No.
I know someone who has severe bipolar disorder. Gets up, goes to work, does her job every day, helping other people out, doing HRA. Severe, heavily medicated, severe bipolar disorder.
Miss Ravioli didn't ask for you to call her out. Minding her business.
I'm just saying, like, because what the brother L said, it resonated when he said, like, yo, it's got to be someone crazy. He didn't say crazy, but what kind of person are you? You got to be like someone unstable to let.
I ain't say that. I agree, but I ain't say that. That was what y'all said. But
okay, all right, yeah, like Think about it though. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. If I could sit down and watch a slew of conspiracy videos based on 5G, 5G.
That's what I was talking about. That was what, and that's where I want to go with it. Like, whether it do make harm or not, the videos, they're so intriguing without us having hard evidence that the people who believe that could be that scared is what I was trying to get at. You know what I mean? So I think earlier you and Schoolboy agreed that doesn't make sense, right? Like, and my mic is probably cutting in and out because of the background noise. So just mute yourself when y'all not talking. Everybody mute before and then unmute when y'all talk. The people can get so scared watching these videos, you know what I'm saying, that this dude will actually go out there and level as many buildings as he, it take to try to get at this AT&T shit. So I think that's really the takeaway here. You feel me? So I don't think that's the end. I don't think people out there overwhelmingly have that much heart to do shit like that, over and over again. But I think that's where he was coming from. You know what I'm saying? He believed them shits. He believed that is over. He believed that is the end. You know what I'm saying? And he did what he wanted to do to, put something to go against it. Kelso says, I can't front. I was downtown at like 4 a.m. when they were putting up 5G transmitters on the light poles. The city had a weird burnt electric smell in the air. And Jessica says, Black people on a large level are functionally depressed, just turn in, but mental health is not clear. Cut. You'd be surprised who classifies. And she also says,
everybody on the panel.
and Jessica also says, and 5G is detrimental. We are programmed to dismiss critical thinking and shame others for having logical thoughts. But what do you think about the fact that it being detrimental to the point where people feel they don't have no recourse to do what we just saw done in Nashville? You know what I mean? That dude could have, if he had proof, he could have took that proof and, started campaigning, shaking hands, meeting his neighbors. You know what I'm saying? He could have ran for something in his local area. He could have started a committee. He could have started an organization. He decided he was so scared that he just said, fuck it. Allegedly killed himself, blew up some buildings, and deeded his properties to some random lady that he had a crush on that he may or may have never met. You know what I mean? Kelso says, cell phones cause cancer. Superb voice on Ghostini.
Shout out to Lord Superb. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Superb. Kelso says he could have took that proof and got clapped.
Well, what you think they're gonna do to him now?
He killed himself, bro. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he's dead?
That's what I think. I don't think he's on
I do not know yet.
He blew.
If they caught him, even if they did catch him, he wasn't gonna have a high quality of life after this.
It kills the whole message he was trying to send, bro. And that's the mental instability about it. Like, you want to go about it like that? Like, you might be right. But because you went about it in such a lunatic way, that was a lunatic thing to do. Lunatic is a synonym for crazy. Is it not?
But we don't know what he did prior to this. Maybe he was going around and spreading the knowledge about 5G.
So
maybe they were closing in on him.
While we've been talking, I've been reading that article that someone sent to us from the Guardian. From the Daily Mail, which is a newspaper over in Europe, right? Mm-hmm. So, long story short, they got pictures of this woman, and she looks like she might have an OnlyFans or some shit like that. And she's saying that she got one of the properties, because it was a total of 2 properties. She got one of the properties and like immediately deeded it over to somebody else the same way. Mm. And she got another one of the properties and kept that one, I think. But she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't have a whole lot more comment. She had to talk to the FBI.
I smell fish with that one, Schoolboy. That just sounds too fishy.
Yeah,
I think there was a cahoots.
Man. That sounds weird. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how this falls out. And like I said, I think I might be on point. That might be her sugar daddy, man. And if it's not, her sugar daddy know this nigga, and he owe him some money or some shit like that. That's what it sounds like. So it is what it is.
He was clapping them cakes to smithereens, and then
I don't know, man. If he looks at that guy with those big glasses, he was not doing that.
Yo, so Steph, I know you got to run that one, right? I know we.
Yeah, I about to say I was holding off. I was holding off until you got to the next story.
All right. Well, the next story is just we're not even doing stories per se. Like we doing more conversation piece. You know what I mean? But I do have a story for the next story, but it's really just a conversation where I want to have. So if you can hold out for the conversation, then that's cool. But if not, this will be the moment to transition. Kelso says, hopefully he smacked the phone records and the voice recordings. I think he means scratched. I don't listen. I agree with Schoolboy. I think he was definitely piping down with whoever she was. But
Hey, it's a dude who got caught cheating that's grateful that that he blew up them towers.
oh, that's what he's talking about, right? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. So anyway, in case y'all don't know, from the 21st until now, I hear a little echo. Please mute your mics. From the 21st to now, and I think for at least maybe another week or so, we're having the Great Conjunction. I think it's as this thing says here, it happens every 794 years. And they also says each planet, and what you're watching, each planet has its own camera on it and does not look as a square of the. I don't know what the fuck. That shit is too small to read. But anyway, each of these planets have their own camera on it right now, and the Great Conjunction is these planets aligning. So, with that being said, a lot of people were having jokes about black people going to get powers. We played a skit the other day where some young brothers did a really funny skit about black people having powers, what it would look like. But there was an article we didn't get a chance to report on a while back, not too long ago, but maybe a few weeks ago at Tops, actually 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago where the New York Post decided to make an article because somebody else made an article from a credible source saying that the U.S. has relations with the aliens. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna spend the rest of this brunch just seeing what the panel believes when it comes to aliens. So I'm gonna read the article first. This article comes to us from the New York Post. Matter of fact, there is a video with it. Hopefully, we can play that and it's on the topic. But they say the truth may be out there, but nowhere near as there as this tale. So I don't know if they believe what they're saying, but they are reporting on it. I think it was a Jewish publication that reported on it first. Schoolboy, are you familiar with that publication that came out first with it? Nah. All right, so this is the video. They're saying, are aliens simply waiting for humanity to evolve? That's what this man, former head of Israel's space program, is claiming, according to the Jewish press. Saying the aliens have asked not to announce that they're here because humanity is not ready. His bizarre words took an even stranger turn when he alleged that the President Trump once came close to revealing the intergalactic secret. Trump was on the verge of revealing aliens' existence, but the aliens in the Galactic Federation are saying, wait, let people calm down first. They do not want to start a mass hysteria. They want to first make us sane and understanding. They said there's an agreement between the U.S. government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. They, too, are researching and trying to understand the whole fabric of the universe, and they want us as helpers. This is what the Jewish, I think, scientist was claiming. Ashed also claimed that the aliens share an underground base on Mars with American astronauts. The 87-year-old former space security chief revealed he thinks some of his peers in academia are already coming around to his wild theories. So that came to us from the New York Press. Were y'all familiar with this story? Anybody?
Very, very, very.
Miss Ravioli? Let's start with Miss Ravioli first. I want to hear what Miss Ravioli got to say. Are the aliens real? Are they abusers? They want us to. They come in here to make us helpers. Do they want to make us slaves? What do you think? You think the former chief of space security is telling the truth, or he's just an old man that went crazy? Your mic is on, Teddy Riley.
I thought slaves when I saw the word helpers. So I do believe that there's another life form out there somewhere. I also believe that these circles, I don't know if whatever these roundabout things are that they're building everywhere now, where I only saw them a lot of times in DC. I think that has something to do with communicating to with individuals that are in outer space or wherever they are.
You talking about crop circles?
Well, they look like crop circles
Okay.
if you look at it from afar.
Okay.
If you're high up enough. But no, they're like circles that you drive around and the streets go out. Instead of having corners, they're circles.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of those that they're building here in Greater Atlanta. And if you looked at them from above, they would look like crop circles, if that makes sense.
Could they just be making you have a better highway? I mean, streets where you from? I mean,
yeah, so the aliens don't come and attack us, so we can have the highways.
all right.
It's all better.
Steph, what's your thoughts, man? You believe this old guy, 87 years old, former space security chief, or he's just losing his mind?
No, aliens is a real thing, man. To what extent do I believe him? I don't know if they've been interacting with the government. I don't know if they're trying to, wait and see if and that's the thing. We don't want to scare the people. We don't know if the people are ready, as if it's the American people that's the problem. Like, the government's the most fucked up person out there. Why the fuck are you conversing with them? That's ass backwards to me. But what do I know?
Schoolboy. Did this man lose his mind?
Well, the minister been telling y'all he been going to the wheel and getting visions, so it is what it is, man. They out there. But I think they're going to be really surprised when they find out that the aliens are black. That's going to blow their mind, bro. It's going to blow my mind, too. Let me find out them niggas been up there with spaceships and shit, and they let us go through all this shit for all these years. Me pissed.
Fuck was y'all niggas at?
Yeah. Teleport some gold to my house, nigga. The fuck?
All right, Crook, your thoughts?
I don't believe shit he said. It all sound like clout. For whatever reason, he wants to be famous.
That he said
at 87 years old.
He said that there's U.S. Astronauts with bases on Mars right now.
On Mars.
Right. Let me say this. Let me say this, right? Because I do believe in intelligent life outside of this planet. I do believe that. Mm-hmm. But it's stories like this that make it a joke. Think about it like this, right? The intelligence level between man and monkey is only a little under 1%, but it's a big difference, right? So if we're dealing with...
That's not an intelligence level, that's DNA.
But it still boils down to intelligence too.
Not really.
Semantics, we're just going,
right? So if we have contact with intelligent life form, obviously they have to be more intelligent than us because they know how to navigate the cosmos. Natural selection always allows the life form that's more intelligent to dominate the one species who's not as intelligent as them. So if they are here, bro, they didn't come to like you look for helpers within our race, our human race. Nah, it's gonna be some shit like we're gonna be their pets. I believe we'll be like their pets. Oh, look at like you see how a monkey can the smartest monkey can put shapes into holes at a young age. But their fucking intelligence difference would be like their 1-year-old doing calculus. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just they're out there, but they not here. They're not here. Not anymore. I think they came before, but they're not here right now. And the reason why I say I think they came before is because the way certain pyramids are designed, like the Great Pyramid of Gaza is literally in the exact center of the earth, and the tip of that shit points right to the center of Orion's belt. That's some alien shit right there.
In case nobody knows, what's on the screen right now is actually 4K footage of Mars. So since they were talking about they got a space base on Mars with the astronauts and the aliens where they meet, I just wanted to show y'all what Mars is looking like right now. So HB2N says they're demons. That's why they need our help. We've been groomed for this. And Kelso says we technically are pets now. Stay woke. He's saying you in the fishbowl right now. And Milzane says albinos are the aliens there. Kelso says we waiting on the real black man from Mars. Elijah tried to tell y'all, inshallah. And Kelso said the world is so big, China could be fucking with the US, making them think they're talking to aliens. That would be funny as fuck if it was just like some human beings just doing that shit, made dude go crazy and shit. That'd be funny as fuck. Kelso says some people get burnt in the sun and have electrically different hair follicles in our atmosphere. Look around. Kelso says there are multiple life forms here right now. And this one says, Jessica is a long one, but we're going to read it. Jessica says, y'all going to love me today. There definitely is alien life forms. They've been interacting with our government for decades. Some are here on Earth, and there will be disclosures soon. They have to be careful because people will flip out, but they don't even realize they've been loving among them this whole time. Our technology advanced so much because of alien intervention. Alien technology, many are much more advanced than us. Told y'all would love me. So do y'all believe technology is a result of alien intervention?
It could be certain types, the way it advanced so fast. But I want to say one thing, and I have a witness to this. It was broad daylight on my last job. I was working in a supermarket. Now, this supermarket is inside of a mall, and this mall is inside of $1 billion building, the newest mall they built in Manhattan. It's called Hudson Yards, right? So it's lunch rush. My man's, he's like a few feet from me. He worked the champagne section. I'm at the bakery section. The nigga comes to me. He goes, yo, look at those two dudes right there. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and then I'm flying. Yo, these two dudes, they appeared to be white from far, but they had on trench coats, wide brim round hats with sunglasses. Them niggas didn't talk to nobody. Them niggas ain't look at no items. They came in the store, stood like not too far from the door, and when they got a little closer, you could see their skin it was like grayish, bluish, like it looked crazy. And they ain't say nothing to nobody, and they had on shades, and they was mad tall and skinny. They look like men, but it's just that their demeanor and the shade of their skin was crazy. And they just walked out. That shit spooked me a little bit.
Yeah, my nigga,
that wasn't no Hasidic Jew, Kelso.
My nigga Kelso said, my nigga Crook saw a Hasidic Jew.
Nah, that was different. That was different. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Jessica said there are different types of aliens. I think Anunnaki, I'm saying it wrong. Anunnaki are black. The Greys, the reptilians, etc. Some are interdimensional, so you can always see freaky. I think she meant so you can't always see them because if some are interdimensional, the ones that are not, you can't see if they're not in your dimension. I think is what she's trying to say.
Right.
HB2N says they were men under demonic possession. So in the Bible, let's talk about this then. So in the Bible and a lot of other
Like Lucifer.
like Lucifer in the Bible and in other faiths too. I think I forget the name of it, but definitely some Indian faiths, just all faiths all around like religions and things all around the world are always like referencing like out of this world type things, but they reference them as spirits. So how many of you believe that the aliens is what we once thought as, thought gods were or spirits were or, angels or demons, etc.? Because correct me if I'm right or wrong, but there were giants in the Bible. They were beings that were like half angel, half human in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with you, Miss Ravioli. Lucifer, is he a devil? Is he a devil or or an alien?
Oh, he's a devil, a spirit. But I don't know about the alien part. I don't know the exact makeup of the alien. Could be. It's
Could
not
be
far fetched.
anything.
Now, earlier in the comments, HB2N said demons got he said warlocks and witches got superpowers. Now, is Lucifer one of those that got superpowers over this past
No,
weekend?
well, Lucifer is Satan, but she's using that word for her own inside joke.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm talking about. Did Joe ex get superpowers, Miss Ravioli?
See, Ben has superpowers. The power of manipulation, trickery.
so is even stronger now. So there are people. I should have brought somebody on who knows a lot about this. What HB2N is talking about. I have a sister, Schoolboy, talked to her once. They might have was going to do a show together at one point, but she actually studied this stuff. She's Christian, but she studied the witches and warlocks and all that type of stuff. Well, let me see. JJ says the fallen angels are the aliens. That's what I'm asking y'all. Like Schoolboy, what do you think? Because you know a lot about the book, right? What do you think?
Yeah, because we always talk about a vibe check. We talk about energy. You know what I mean? The Holy Spirit and evil spirits, and that's all our reaction, how we feel about these energies, right? So that's what it comes down to. I definitely think it's possible that aliens do exist, just because the universe is so big and there's so many different dimensions that we haven't really explored yet. And there's only so much that we can even perceive with our eyes and our senses. So it's definitely possible. It might be that we're like always among aliens and stuff like that. We just don't see them because we just can't perceive them. So we just feel the energy around us. So I think it's definitely possible that what we see in the Bible as universal stories are similar instances of the interactions with those type of beings and bodies and energies.
Kelso says, okay, I don't know if Asians are aliens, but it's a funny theory. Because he said, shout out, hold on. Because Kelso says, I believe Asians are aliens, respectfully.
Well, just the Asians, though.
He said, shout out to that We Aren't Alone song by Nas and Damian Marley album. That shit was hot, right?
I love that song. I don't think that's on that album though. I think that's on Hip Hop Is Dead. But I know that song is one of my favorite Nas songs of all times.
And Kelso says, if you travel the world and see how many funny looking motherfuckers are here, you'll believe you'll believe in aliens.
I'll say this though, in the Quran, on the day of Yom Kiyama, which is judgment, Allah says He will bring all earths together, which means this is not the only planet with large forms and different forms of life on it. You know what I'm saying? That is the only religious book that I've studied that even said anything remotely close. So that scripture right there, even though I've transcended, like I like to believe I've evolved from religious to spiritual, but still that book has some powerful things in it. And yeah, that's coming from the creator himself, inshallah. So
He also said, shout out to the Asiatic black man from Mars.
Man, I seen a dude that looked like a caveman at the goddamn Greyhound station. I'm sure he was an alien of some sort. He was like 5'10", but he had like a size 25 sneaker and like huge hands and like the biggest face ever. You know what I'm saying?
So you ran up on Ronald McDonald?
Nah, I mean, he wasn't a clown-like figure. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a big ass face. Big. It's like his face, his hands, and his feet didn't match his body. You know,
So he like a real Neanderthal.
yeah, real life.
Hey.
Yeah. Hold on. So what was that comment at, man? Shout out to my man Max Steph. He said shit sound like Planet of the Apes. So it was some shit like that.
A little bit, yeah. Actually.
All right, so Chuck said slap the shit out of some of them with that big ass hands.
Probably, dog. For real.
All right. Kelso says if you do DMT, you can talk to the aliens. So I'm assuming nobody has done it on this panel, but would you do DMT to talk to the aliens if you were guaranteed to talk to the aliens, Steph?
What's DMT?
Steph is a no, yeah.
Is that a drug?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't do
Even if you can guarantee you talk to the aliens, you good?
I'm good.
Okay, you don't want to talk to aliens.
Because I'm gonna talk to them inebriated. And like, oh.
You wouldn't be inebriated. That's how you got to get on their level, though.
Okay.
Hey, my nigga took a deep breath. Okay. I gotta say something. Fuck you, nigga. Okay.
Yo, Boo Boy, would you do it? Would you do the DMT to talk to aliens?
I have some other things that are in front of that one before I do DMT.
What, ayahuasca?
Nah. I got something else. But anyway, yeah.
Ayahuasca, talk to your ancestors.
Yeah, I would probably do it. I would probably do it later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like the aliens ain't really been fucking my shit up too much, so I'm gonna let them do what they do, and I'm gonna do what I do.
True. Brooke, would you do that to talk to aliens?
Nah. Only way I'll do it is if I'm like 2 weeks from my deathbed in old age. Because whatever I find out, it don't matter at that point. But I feel like if I did it now, they might tell me some shit that I ain't ready to hear. So
but hold on. What if it's the same thing with that 83-year-old dude you said you just didn't believe nothing from?
Possible.
Then I'll just have to stay corrected. I'm man enough to do that.
Mr. Ravioli, I know you're not big on drugs, but I know you don't like drugs at all. You don't like smoking weed and all that. So you think smoking weed is the same as smoking crack? You said something like that one time.
I did not say that. What is it? How do you take DMT? What is it?
I think
elaborate.
It's probably like a liquid form of a drug or something.
It's probably like a tea or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just a tea?
Something like it. I don't know. Maybe lick a stamp, take a tab. I don't know how they take them shits. One of them white boy drugs.
Don't do it, Miss Ravioli.
But it's probably
is it like an opioid? Is it like what is it though?
It's a
what happens after you take it?
it's a hallucinogen, and you're probably gonna see stuff and hear stuff. But like I'm saying, that like a lot of people believe that when you take hallucinogens, you're able to see other dimensions that you can't see in the form. You know, when your mind's in the form that's it's not affected by the drug.
And you could also have a psychotic break.
Well, why would you have a psychotic break? Just go to sleep and come back to yourself in the morning.
Do y'all know what a veil is? Y'all know what a veil is?
Someone told me about it.
A veil?
I'm
Ain't that
beginning
what
to
Yeah,
you
so
believe
wear?
I was born.
That's what brides wear at the wedding. Veil.
right, everyone is born without a veil,
No,
and then
some
over
people are
time
born
it's
with them.
developed. No, look, this how it goes in the Quran. It says everyone is born without the veil, right? Because when you don't have
Some
the
people are
veil,
born
you
with
could see
it.
anything. You could see it. This is why they say babies smile at spirits and stuff like that. Babies could see things that we can't see. Their veil isn't developed. Over time, most people develop the veil. This is why things become conspiracy. Oh, there's no such thing as ghosts, whatever, whatever. We develop a veil. So what it sounds like to me is the DMT removes the veil, or any hallucinogen has the potential to remove the veil, and you see the world around you for what it is. You know what I'm saying? In your sober state, in your grown up state, you work 9 to 5, you take care of your kids, you have the veil on. You don't believe in none of that, nothing that ain't in front of you, because your veil is blocking it. Now, some people never develop the veil. And that's how you get people who come like clairvoyances and shit like that. Or maybe not even clairvoyances, just people who have more uh ghost-like or spirit-like encounters than normal people, because they veil never developed.
All right, so Ms. Ravioli, with that being said, good explanation, Crook. Ms. Ravioli, with that said, to reveal the veil, to take the veil off your face, to talk to aliens, you're guaranteed to talk to aliens. You got to answer the question: would you take the DMT?
No.
Okay. All right. So I think it's safe to say nobody really cares if the aliens are here. So if the aliens is here, they hiding for no reason at this point.
Let me say this though, because I'm big into sci-fi, right? So if I can talk to the aliens tomorrow and them niggas can tell me like, look, nigga, put $15 on Bitcoin today, it'll be worth $5 million tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, hell yeah, nigga. I'll be at the rooftops. I'll be like, this dude's acting crazy. Just know that I've met the aliens. Mind your business. You know what I mean?
All right, Jessica says Asians come from African DNA. Look up the Dogon tribe and listen to the stories of having come from the Sirius star system. They knew about it before mankind was able to develop a telescope and actually see it. So she's talking about the star that I think they just named the star in modern history. But apparently the Dogon tribe already knew about the Sirius star. I think they call it Sirius B or something like that now. I don't know. But have you heard of this story, Schoolboy?
I've heard of the Sirius Star, and honestly, I haven't really gotten up on it. I'm not a so no, I've heard of it, but I've never heard of the Dogon tribe or Dogon tribe or none of that. But I do know that Africans have been using astrology to move around the earth since that's been happening. So, it makes sense that they have tribes that have star stories and stuff like that.
Ms. Ravioli, have you heard of this? Are you familiar with it?
No, I am not.
You're not conscious enough. That's what it is.
I guess that these Hotep vibes, man. These Hotep vibes are giving me extra information and shit.
Yo, Crook, you heard of this, right?
Yes, I have.
See, you're not conscious enough.
I'm 50-50 with that, because because it is true. A lot of African tribes were able to use the stars in the night sky to navigate the world, not just the land, but the seas too, way before Columbus. Actually, a lot of Muslim ships during the Crusades were navigated by knowledgeable Africans. But sometimes, there were times when like a solar eclipse was was like thought to be like alien activity. So you have some tribes that were very knowledgeable in cosmicology, I guess, or astrology, and then you had some tribes that just didn't know shit. It just assumed everything. So I have heard of the Dogon tribe and the Sirius star. So I do believe that because yeah, they discovered it before the telescopes were even made.
So Jessica in the comments, if you're still there, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Dogon tribe has some immediate relations to some of the history passed down from Egypt as it went down the Nile River. Chuck Rogers says, I've thought about DMT. I don't ready. I don't think I'm ready too, man. If I got to do with drugs just to see them, then I agree with Schoolboy. Y'all can do what y'all do. I do what I do.
Word, that's like your homeboy telling you, yo, you can't fuck with me if you ain't sniffing these lines, B.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you ain't my friend then.
Then you just stay over there. If you want to talk to me, come talk to me. Right? Chuck Rogers said, laugh, man, fucking out loud. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. And Chuck Rogers also said, I like the strong version. It's like the strong version of LSD. Damn, that's crazy. So if it's the strong version of LSD, that's crazy. Damn. He also said, I did DMT and God gave me the key to life. It begins, kept saying love. Okay. So love is
The beings kept saying love or some shit like that.
He said, oh yeah, the beans kept saying love. Okay. All right. Chuck Rogers says your body produces it when you dream. Okay. That's all right. Now it's coming back to me. That's the chemical your body produces when it dreams, but they found a way to create it still, I guess, artificially.
So being that it's the chemical that your body produces when you dream, does that change if you all would do it or not?
I'm not, because it's not. My body didn't produce it. Somebody produced that shit in a fucking lab somewhere. I'm cool. Kelso says,
Nah, tell me how many receptors I have for it, and I'll think about it. How
ooh,
much I can dump into my body.
Miss Ravioli might do drugs.
All right, circle back to the J Electronica lyric though.
All right, good.
Let me see if I can say it.
Diethyltryptamine.
There you go. Makes man dream. J Electronica. Chuck Rogers says, "Talk to the ancestors." That's that Black Panther shit.
Yeah, man. Niggas might get their superpowers. That might be the way to unlock your superpowers out this shit.
We're not saying do drugs, but we're just saying right now the conjunction is going on and the planets are aligning. Maybe this your last chance.
Yo, Black Panther wasn't saying that shit. That nigga was on that shit. Every time he needed a boost, he was up in that bitch getting loose, goddamn. I'm just saying.
Ancestor, tell me what to do. It says it's a chemical your body produces when you dream and when you die. Yeah, okay. And Kelso says definitely went on to the 12th dimension, third dimension, ain't shit, laugh out loud. And Chuck Rogers says they say people experience the same things when they take DMT. It's not like shrooms where everyone has a different experience. Interested. And look like there's a lot of comments we missed. I'm gonna get to them right now. Kelso says
So what do they experience?
He about to tell you now.
Exactly, Chuck. He says, me and 3 people had the same experience of love and uncontrollable joy. Peace that was so beautiful you can cry. And Chuck said, the veil is true. Your brain blocks things out that you are too out of normal. You are too out of normal. There's actually ways you can test yourself. And Kelso says, our greatest tech guys take DMT and microdose hallucinogens. That's a fact. That's pretty popular out there for them to microdose hallucinogens, shrooms, and other shit. Kelso says Jessica right about Asians and the Dogon tribe. And Kelso also says the Dogon tribe had a layout of the space etched into a cave, wall thousands of years prior to modern man. Yep, I'm familiar with that. Jessica also says, laugh out loud, they have stories of the beings they say that came from them. Okay. And Chuck Rogers says, man, I'm going to say this now. If the aliens land the ship and some niggas come out, that would change the game. Big diesel Egyptian African looking nigga. Yeah, but like Schoolboy said earlier, I'm going to say, where was these niggas? Where the fuck was these niggas, man? And
They think
Jessica
we cool with what's going on down here.
Jessica says ancient Egyptians, they have had contact and worked with extraterrestrials and recorded it. So that's what I was saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, I think she did right here. The doggone report direct contact, not from anything from Kemet/Egypt. So what I'm saying is, didn't the doggone tribe, aren't there an offshoot of some people that were traveling from Egypt? That's what I'm asking you. So maybe look that up and let me know. And HB2N says, Aleister Crowley said that the law is love. The aliens are demons.
I don't believe in demons or angels. I don't believe in none of that. I think I believe in jinns and spirits, but like angels and demons and heaven and hell, I just don't believe that. I believe we have places that are hell like, and I believe we have places that are heaven like. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
So wait. So you believe in the aliens and not the angels? And
Yes.
and not that they could be the same thing?
Not that they could be the same thing. I just think that they've been misconstrued all this time.
All right, well,
and the same thing for spirits too. Spirits and aliens been misconstrued as demons and angels and shit like that.
All right, Kelsey says the doggone tribe traveled to Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. It's been years since I researched. Yeah, Jessica, let me know. Like I said, I believe there was some type of connection between the doggone tribe and Egypt. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I said I was gonna take it slow. I definitely, I don't know no DMT or no shit like that, but I did smoke some cannabis earlier for the first time in a while, which that is in itself a micro dose of hallucinogen. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Jessica said, Aleister Crowley also called himself the most evil man on earth, and as an avid Satanist.
I don't even know who that is.
I think that's the guy who would quote saying some shit like "Do as thou wilt." I could be wrong. He's like some type of like she said, Satanist. That I don't know. Who the fuck knows, man? I'm taking it slow. It's Sunday. Schoolboy, you familiar with Aleister Crowley?
Isn't he the person who made the Bible of Satanism?
Oh shit! Sound like you on point.
Yeah,
because that was mentioned in that comment.
He also says, "Good weed is all you need, brother." Exactly.
See that the Satanism shit, right? I knew someone who was a Satanist. He said he didn't believe in God, but you believe in this whole counterpart of God, like who is Satan, who supposedly allegedly comes from God's creation. That shit, that whole Satanist shit don't even make sense. Nigga, you believe in God's op, but not God. Like what?
I don't think it's that simple though, man. I think that what they believe is that they just flipping the antagonist and protagonist in the story, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Okay. So Satan is the good guy, God is the bad guy.
To them, I think to them, you know what I mean?
Now I can't front. If that's what they're doing, I'm not saying I agree with that at all. I'm just gonna say what made me become less religious and more spiritual is because I started to feel like the stories between God and Satan, from the Torah to the Old Testament to the New Testament, even to the Quran, it just seemed like for one, it seems too human.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's like, I'm God. I'm gonna create my ops. Let him run rampant through my creation. Kill off my creation a few times because he influenced them too much. But let him live. That shit just didn't make sense to me.
Right.
Like God killed off the world like twice, I believe. You know what I'm saying? But you let the ops live. That don't make sense to me.
Right.
So I said, you know what? All these books are written by man until we find out otherwise. So I'ma just go with my spirit.
All right.
And do what I feel is right.
HB Tour says that's why the aliens always come in love and peace when they make contact, right? I mean, according to the movies, sir. I don't. I never made contact with the aliens, bro. I don't know if anybody out there has. Let us know. I never made contact. Jessica says, "Logic, you are correct. The Dogon are believed to be of Egyptian descent." Okay, all right. So I know I wasn't slipping too much. HB2N says Satan comes from Satar, and Satar is in someone who hides. And Satar is someone who hides, as in Adam and Eve hiding from God. Kelso also says Satan created his own op. That's where the confusion lies. Interesting. Yeah, because he definitely, if you believe in the story as it was written in the Bible, he definitely was the one that decided to, hate on the creator, right? Kelso says, I meant God created his own op. Okay. Well, either way, you're right? Because Satan made an op out of God, if you believe the story, and God created Satan, right? Which was his own op. So
And this is another reason why I call foul on the whole religious play. That whole play is because you say that God is all knowing, so He knows, or they know, because God could be because sometimes in the Quran God refers to Himself as we. You know what I'm saying? So when I say they, I'm referring to God. They are all knowing, so they know what's going to happen before it happens. So you knew that this creation of yours was going to do this. It just don't make sense to me. Just to me, like. So I go with this, with what the universe is divine for me to do is what I do, and I try to always stay toward the side of goodness.
All right. HB12 says Adam was the first Satan man under demonic possession. And Chuck Rogers says they say technology that's too advanced would seem like magic to us. There could be beings that exist on another planet that we confuse with gods or aliens. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if they come with some super advanced technology, I guess people could see that as like an extra, like a special, like some type of power. You know what I mean? Versus actual technology that they created. Kelso says they just believe that Satan represents the free will of man granted by God. So that's what.
That don't even make sense neither. If
Well,
that's what they believe, free will is granted by God. So how you giving Satan that credit?
Free will is granted by God, according to, if we talking about, and Schoolboy, help me out here too, because I know you eating, enjoy brunch. We all
You saw his face.
This is brunch, but according to the book, right, the Creator did give man free will, but man is born into sin, and man has to serve God. You know what I mean, in order to be saved, right? Follow His will and let His will be done. So it's like He gave you free will, but you're supposed to choose His will. So he's saying that the Satanist is saying that it's right to use your own free will versus the will of, I guess, the will of God. Does that sound about right, Schoolboy? You're on mic, bro. You're on mute. You're on Teddy Riley.
No, I'm about to say I guess so, but this is an interesting comment. So they believe that Satan represents the free will of man granted, by God, and yeah, okay, I can see how you can see that, how you can say that, but then the people who believe that God is good is going to say, well, if you choose to do the wrong thing, then you're going to go to hell, And so what do the Satanists think? That if you choose to do the right thing, then you're going to go to heaven, and that's the opposite of what you want to do as a Satanist? I don't know. I just don't know what they believe.
Right.
You know what
I mean, maybe they think hell is fun, right? Isn't that the thing they believe, that hell is a fun place to be?
I don't know, because they spend a whole lot of time on this planet. It seems like killing small animals and murdering people. So I don't know why they would think that hell is more fun than that.
Ms. Ravioli, what do you think about that comment?
Don't plot there.
I'm still stuck on the super technology, and I don't believe in super technology like being. I believe that all the technology is here, and I just believe that they're blocking it from blocking us from the technology. If that makes sense.
So have
Like
you ever?
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say, have you all ever heard of the story of how the mother plane was built by the Nation of Islam? You ever heard that story?
I heard pieces of it that the wheel's coming back. I heard that part.
Okay. So the story is because all religions have their lore. The story is that I want to say Elijah Muhammad had worked with Master Farad Muhammad to have parts of the vehicle or the plane built in different parts of the world, but he was only paying for it with gold or something like that. Or he had to like pull all the gold out of the markets to pay for it because he didn't want to pay for it in cash. I don't remember which one of those two it was, but either way, it helped to create that void of money that was in the depression, right? But basically, he created this massive ship that's it's like super tall. I don't know all the exact measurements, but it's super tall, like 20 stories high, like 40 stories wide, or something like that. So when we look at Independence Day, you think about a ship that's like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I say that to say that it's people believe what they want to believe. People believe what they want to believe. Everybody has a different opinion on what it is. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I believe. And the one of the things that if you believe that God is the God, which I think everybody does, because even if you're a Satanist, you have to believe in God to believe in Satan, right? So, I just feel like if those people want to believe what they want to believe, that's fine. But Islam is the book that came out the most recently, so that's the reason. The Quran is the book that came out the most recently, and that's the reason why I think it applies more readily to a lot of the situation that we see.
So you believe in this? I don't want to even slander them, but do you believe in this story about them creating this spaceship?
I'm not gonna deny it because people. I'm not. The only reason, huh?
Or that they have access to it, or it's coming back.
The only reason why I don't deny it is because I've spoken to more than one person who said you weren't there, but we had kids in the Muhammad University that could do calculus, and they were like 7 or 8, and we were able to like replicate that. And these children had like superior skills, in all kind of mathematics and just spiritual skills and things like that you all just didn't see, so y'all don't know. So they believe it, and because they believe it, I believe that in some way, shape, or form, it's true somehow to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to discredit them. I don't know that I haven't seen it firsthand. That's where my faith would have to come in.
Right. I believe anything is possible. HB20 says some things are worse than death. JJ says, what about those anal probe abductions? That don't sound too peaceful to me, HB20. HB20 says they wanted it. Laugh out loud. As above, so below.
Yo, what?
Oh, man. And Kelso says Satanists follow the theory of Satan using his free will, which is created by God, to go against the wishes of God. Basically, what I was trying to say, yeah. So
yeah, but they still gotta believe in God, though.
Yeah. But they just believe he's the antagonist. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kelso says the aliens came to Elijah and gave him the stories of the will. The story is in the higher degrees of the nation studies from back in the 60s. Kelso also said Elijah was told that black men are from Mars. And Kelso says some believe we as humans are here scavenging gold for the superior life form that uses gold to power their technology. So
all right. Go ahead, bro. I don't think black people come from Mars for the simple fact, if you know how sunlight creates melanin, so Mars is too far from the sun to be creating black people. If black people did come from a planet outside of this solar system, it'll have to be from Venus, which is our sister planet right next door before it had the greenhouse effect, which turned it into a hell-like planet today. And if they didn't come from this star planet system, they came from a planet that's about just as close to their star that we are to ours, so they could have black skin. Hell no, ain't no black people coming from Mars.
Well,
that's just my theory.
According to the old guy from the Jewish press, whoever we have that's in space is on Mars right now. So according
Yeah,
to
you
that,
can send a bunch of people there, but Mars ain't producing no black people naturally because you ain't getting no sunlight over there like that. Not the way you get it here.
Just One Love says, peace. Sorry I'm late. It's all good. You're probably walking in like, what the fuck am I walking into? Basically, we were just talking about the Great Conjunction, which is the planets aligning right now. I think it's Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter and Saturn, day 4. And we were talking about the article that was a couple weeks old that we never got to, where there's a guy from the Jewish press who was he was the chief of science chief of security, space security. He was the chief of space security. He's retired now. And he claims that that basically that we have there are aliens that are in touch with the U.S. government, basically is the gist of that, and that they know they exist and they don't want to cause confusion. So it kind of led into a discussion about if aliens are real, and also could they be the divine beings that people spoke about in all different religious texts. But that being said, I think I should also mention that there were those monoliths popping up all over the country for a while, and then you got
Facts.
but then people were taking them down, and basically it seemed like it was just some artists who did it. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. Kelso says there could be nothing but melanin in the blackness of space. So he's saying that black people could be produced all over space because of just the blackness. So that's his take on it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so check this out right here. Is the Great Conjunction. This is live footage of it. Oh no, that's a replay, but that's a little footage of it right there. That's on YouTube right now. Definitely check that out. And Kelso says it will make sense for the people from a planet deficient of UV light will be born with higher amounts of melanin in their bodies for survival. I don't believe the Mars theory, just being contrarian. And Just One Love says, I'm not no damn alien and I don't believe in them.
Oh, you aliens to somebody somewhere else. We all aliens to other things, other places.
Oh, shout out to what is her name? Erykah Badu, who gave a lyrical shout out to him. She said, the mothership can't save you, so your ass about to get left.
What song is that? You gotta post that link. Make that shit my ringtone. Oh, she said that's what she said on that song?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta really listen to that.
Trying to tell you, listen, she's not a man eater for no reason. She getting up in niggas' mentals, goddamn.
So yeah, yo, that's basically that. I just wanted to, that's what we spoke about as we ate and drank for brunch. You know what I mean? This is the 57th episode in total. The 17th episode for season 2. Before the year is up, we'll have 3 more days to do the morning rant, which will put us at 20 episodes for season 2, and we'll be wrapped with that. And then we'll come back for season 3, and we'll probably make 100 episodes in season 3. But today we had a nice little calm talk. I definitely took it slow because if you was paying attention, I smoked this morning. I ain't smoking in a little while, so yeah, there's for that. Kelso says Erykah dropping high signs on that on and on. And Just One Love says, I like your t-shirt, Schoolboy.
Woo! Beavis and Butthead.
Don't he look like he believe in aliens with that t-shirt on? Just One Love. That's a t-shirt of a man who believes in aliens.
So y'all don't recognize the symbol right here. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously connecting with his ancestral alien spiritual fucking nature.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
And I agree with Schoolboy said earlier. If the aliens do exist and they are black, we're gonna be like, where the fuck was you for all these years? And maybe, just maybe, since we're talking conspiracy theories, right, or theories in general, maybe they had to wait till the planets to align, like it's happening right now, and we're gonna find out right now. Are you ready? Are you ready for the alien Asiatic black man rapture?
Hopefully, if the aliens come, they get all of these coons out of here, man. Niggas gotta go, bro.
Kelso said, "Don't believe in God. They just fear us all the same." Erica Badu. And Just One Love is laughing. Yeah, yo. So that's been our little 2-hour brunch, yo. Thank you for everybody that pulled up. You know what I mean? Schoolboy, Steph got jokes, Crook, Miss Ravioli. Definitely Miss Ravioli pulled up first and foremost, and we researched this whole Nashville thing. And we all got our little different opinions, but I think we all agree that it sounds like a white man still. Sounds like a white dude. Miss Ravioli thinks he's innocent. He's innocent, though. Right? You still think he's innocent?
Right. That man is the one that they're talking about.
I don't know. But who knows? Kelso says, "Coontastic." And Chuck Rogers says, "Nah, we can't come at the black aliens like that. We not. We gotta just appreciate it when they come and say it's good. It taught us character."
Yo, Mr. Manhattan was a black man. Remember from that show?
Yeah. So, Schoolboy. Last question.
Was he black? He looked blue to me.
No, the real person that they based the character off, I believe.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I believe the guy they based the character off. But anyway, I'm start that last question with you, Schoolboy. Would you forgive him for not saving us during slavery?
I mean, would I have a fucking option? You know what I'm saying? They come here with alien superior technology and like, look, niggas, we're here to save you.
God.
And I'm like, damn, these niggas are black like me. And you know, my first thought would be, I really can't do shit about it because they probably got 1,000 different ways to kill me. But yeah, that's just like some niggas, man. Leave you out in the cold and then come up later, late and shit. Show up talking about they here to help. Damn, nigga, you're late.
Miss Ravioli, would you forgive him? Could you forgive him for coming late?
I can forgive him for coming late.
Crook?
I'm gonna forgive him.
Nah, that's fair. Crook. Your mic is on Teddy Riley. Would you forgive him for coming late?
Yeah, I feel like Schoolboy. The fuck, I ain't got no choice. I might get smited if I come at their heads.
You could not go with them. You cannot leave with them. You could question their agenda. You could question their agenda.
I'm definitely gonna question the agenda because I don't know you, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word? What's like? I mean, my family, we doing okay. It's not all good, but nigga, what's the moves? Like, what's your motives? Like, why now?
Why now? What's going on in space? All right, cool. Chuck says they're going to be like, see, that's why we left y'all niggas.
Well, same question for you. What would you do, L?
I think I got to agree with you on that. I'll question their motives. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen what this planet has to offer. I feel like I've seen what these people on this planet have to offer. And I would say it probably can't get no worse. You know what I mean? Maybe I just go see, you know, before you end your life, don't you want to see what space look like?
True. I do.
We live short lives as humans, you know what I'm saying? So like maybe, you know, just go see what it's like. You feel me? I it's not like I'll be young and have to be raised there. But that's another thing. I got a son to think about too, right? He will have to be fucking raised in that new shit, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully
my kid's grown. I'm out if I go.
And Jessica Love says, well, I have to watch the rebroadcast. And no doubt. And Kelso says, happy 50th, good people. Thank you guys for the great content and discussions. Yo, thank you. Thank you for pulling up. You know what I mean? And we're going this is the 57th. So this Wednesday will be the 60th. So and then we're gonna end out the season. Probably do something for New Year's, you know, whether it's just a nice event in general on the channel. Salute to everybody who caught the Kwanzaa broadcast yesterday. We did a Kwanzaa event on the channel hosted by Your Queens. Check that out. That was pretty dope. Chuck Rogers says, laughing out loud. Taught us character. Yeah, fuck, you was teaching us character with that fucking slavery shit, not saving us then. Kelso says, we got to treat the black aliens like the homie that got out from the bid. Show them love and give them some good bud. And I wouldn't want to come back here either. And Kelso says, nothing is ever late and all things come in time, the universe. Salute, Kelso. And Just One Love says, good quote, Kelso. And Chuck Rogers says, niggas don't trust each other, even in space. Shaking my head.
Listen, I don't trust these niggas on Earth. Why would I trust the niggas coming from outer space? Come on now. Just common sense.
All right, man. Yo, salute to everybody who pulled up. Thank you. Salute to the chat. You know what I mean? We're going to get up out of here, play some Mr. Motherfucker on the way out. Salute, man. This would have been, this what it was. I appreciate it. Have a happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Word. Real talk. Peace.
Peace.
This has been the Monday Rant.
What does this little face mean? Somebody tell it to me. Crazy. I must have struck a nerve, man. I had to. I don't know what I said, but I clearly struck a nerve.
Y2K shit. Wake up in the morning, the TV flags a signal. The ESP can hear the transistors in my earlobes. Cameras in the windows, cameras in my laptop, cameras in my windows. Remove, they take a snapshot. Know somebody's watching, like MJ and that other dude. And your DMs, emails to mama, they check them too. Spank bang favorites and Amazon wish list. Algorithms, trigger words, they put me on their hit list. The 60s was a long time ago, but Abby Hoffman know we lost the war with capitalism. And now they trap the show in the world where they commodify revolution. Say you smart when you dumb, and when you smart, say you stupid. Likes and retweets, smileys and group thing. We chasing dreams that really mean nothing, but somehow define everything. Seems every day that I'm forgetting how to feel. Artificial soul trying to quantify what's still real. I sit alone in my room on my laptop, wondering if I'm a sheep too. I look around on the train and I'm thinking, am I the only one who has a clue? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm paranoid, maybe I'm lost, maybe I got it wrong, but I can't shake the feeling of this nose eye. We're moving close to Orwellian, Ingsoc regimen, quelling rebellions. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance, heaven, the dollar's God. Consumerism is the new religion we can't afford. Still pawning all our principles to get it and wanting more. Meanwhile in Darfur, chemical warfare slaughters newborns with amnesty over one's cosmic soul. While we bench watching power, somehow I started to see that I wasn't watching TV, the TV was watching me. Babysitting, doing data analysis while I sleep. Suspending animation faces, the matrix is battery. Why these racist corporate statins, vacation and Waikiki on the yacht performing fucked up rituals by the sea, manipulating everybody. They feed us lies to the beast. So rack a lamp on appetit, protein powder for greed. Devour your dreams, replace it with compliancy and memes. Skynet one, somehow it seems we become the machines. Mr. Macintosh, Johnny Mnemonics in search of we. Ball 7 said they listening while you driving your V. Eric Snowden said they watching you while you beating your meat. Walls closing in, pulling our privacy out from our feet. I think it's time that we come together, one that's zealous. Murder black, white, and brown with the wisdom of the elders. Cause when we all unite, there ain't shit that they could tell us. Put a fist in the air one time if you a rebel and then say, I sit alone in my room on my laptop, wondering if I'm a sheep too. I look around on the train and I'm thinking, am I the only one who has a clue? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm paranoid, or maybe I'm lost, maybe I got it wrong, but I can't shake the feeling of this nose eye, this nose eye.
But if you get to what the elites are into, their God says, you've got to get rid of these humans. I'm going to give you eternal life. I'm going to give you technology and it's divine code.
Living in a simulation where the people's orchestrated, speak the truth amongst the lost, and they still hate it. Why debate it? Any statement that brings changes, shit is major. How they cages, chemtrails and 5G. We need illegal herbs, not these crooked pharmacies. Please, snakes is working hard to split our families and hex our family trees. Paranoid, surrounded by some carcasoids on the train observing me, knowing damn well they propelling white supremacy. Reptilians blocking out these cosmic energies with distractive entertainment remedies. Walking amongst these zombies in these streets. See my people dap 'em up. Remember that this shit's a dream and nothing's what it seems. Single mothers on the rise. Niggas turning into bitches. Better recognize and forcing gay agendas right before our eyes. Rewiring and reconditioning the minds of little children, feeding lies, twisting paradigms. Hard for kids to see the signs updated by the ancients. Moving with the time, this shit's divine. Meet and greet with aliens all the time. They think I'm lying. See them flying saucers in the sky. Pedophiles up in the White House trying to keep us blind. Poison in our food supply. Object for them snakes just to stay alive. Fuck the enterprise. Universe beyond our side. And it's why stars align. Unlike evil dark energies from the other side trying to hijack minds.
Sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.